Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue and Matchday 22. We continue with the fight for the Champions League spots and with the crisis of Olympique Marseille. Alain, Gattuso's men, they were not able even to beat Metz, one of the worst teams in Ligue 1.
Yeah, was one of the biggest surprise in the last journey. Now with the European Cup back, we will be see if Olympique Marseille confirm his really good results in the first part of the the Europa League, and in Ligue 1. From the beginning of the year, the balance is really negative, but there's still 5 points to the European League spot, and there must to change the dynamic.
It's very open, the Champions League or the European spots this season in Ligue 1. Let's analyze all the games. Of course, press the like if you enjoy our videos. Subscribe, and now let's go on with the show. And it's funny what you said about the European teams or the French teams in Europe, because we were discussing if they are going to be stronger this season, that Ligue 1 has 18 teams and they reduce the amount of games also to be competitive in European competitions. And we have many French clubs in Europa League this week, so this might affect also their performance in the French competition. You will tell me later what do you think. The first game is a very good one on Friday. Is Lyon Nice, because Lyon, they continue with the good reaction after the winter market. 4 points now clear the bottom three, so the risk of relegation is fading away. They beat Montpellier, 𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐶 in the score sheet, 2 consecutive wins, and now they are facing Nice. They lost that derby against Monaco, and we always say, Alain, that their away record is poor. 2 draws, 3 defeats in the last 5 games.
Yes, is the limit of Nice. We saw Nice suffering against Monaco. They lose the first time in the season a game at home, and now the situation can be delicate, because it's the first moment of the season we see Nice weak, especially in the defensive phase. And now Lyon is back. Lyon is finally a team. They have a collective idea. The market in January bring player changed, the level increased, the technical value of the team, and is the best moment of the season for this Lyon, considering the difficulties of Nice away and in the last game against Monaco. I choose, and I think Lyon will be lose that game. I choose 1x bet, odds 1.85.
Good one. The odds are very high on both ends. Lyon is slightly favorites according to the bookies, but as I said, the odds are very high on both ends. Next game is Lille Le Havre. Lille 50 in the table, still with, of course, a lot of options to finish in the top 4. They lost at the Parc des Princes, but always that they play at the Decathlon Arena, they are very strong. 5 wins and 2 draws in the last 7 games for Le Havre. Their away record is quite poor. No wins in the last 5, 3 draws and 2 defeats. And I guess, Alain, that we should expect Le Havre to go a little bit down after the great season they've been doing so far.
Yes, it is one of the, more than a question, is the doubt. Le Havre can conserve that rhythm. The last 2 games said no, because they lose 2 games against Stade Rennais. We saw a Le Havre with offensive limit, because the team creates, but the team wasn't able to score a goal. With that type of content, I think Le Havre doesn't will suffer in the second part of the season. Now we know when do you enter in a negative dynamic of point, is difficult to go out. Now playing in Lille is difficult because Lille are playing really good. Is a team when they played at home, only PSG and Nice made more points. That means Lille is really strong when they played at home, especially in the defensive phase, because at home is the best defense in Ligue 1, better than Nice, better than Paris Saint-Germain. Only 4 goals conceded in 10 games for Lille when they played at home. In spite of that, I choose the both team to score because the odds are high, and Le Havre is able to score in every field against every team. Odds 2.25.
Very high indeed. Next one, Nantes PSG. PSG keep winning and winning even without Mbappe against Lille, and they keep conceding. By the way, in the last 5 games, we saw both teams to score. For Nantes, it was a key victory against Toulouse to put some distance with the relegation zone. It was only the 6th win of the season. Perhaps to find some value, Alain, we could go again for both teams to score, which seems always a good option with this PSG.
Yes, PSG made a brilliant game against Lille at home. This week they're playing in Champions, and maybe that one can be affect the team. Not lose the last 4 games at home, 3 in Ligue 1, 1 in cup in French Cup against Laval. If we check what I saw in Toulouse, the last game where Nantes was brilliant for the efficacy in the finalization, only took 2 shots in the target and 2 goals for Nantes. But it was a context who Nantes is feel comfortable when Nantes must to defend low with a low block. Nantes normally made a good game. Now 𝐿𝐭𝐿𝐿 unlucky self for the goal. The context will be really similar than the game the last Sunday, and I think Nantes can be one of the surprise of the week. And I choose the double opportunity. 1x odds 2.75. Nantes in the last 5 games at home, they won 2 times against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, this is a big risk. Going for the double chance. Both teams to score is 1.75, which could be also a good option for this game. Next games, all on Sunday. Now Strasbourg, Lorient. This is a funny game because Strasbourg, they are very favorites, as we can see in the odds, but they are in bad form for winless games in Ligue 1, and with Lorient, Alain, we are seeing a reaction. They beat Reims and Metz in the last 2 games, and now they are hopeful to leave the bottom 3.
Yes, in Lorient, in 3 weeks, they pass to be the worst team in Ligue 1 to the team most informed about the bottom position, because in 3 weeks they pass in play out position, and they have the same point with Montpellier, with the first team should be saved the category. My question is, we will be see back the Lorient about the first part of the last season? Le Brise changed the things, is 3 games without losing, 7 points to 9, and that one make us thinking about the capacity to Lorient to save the category. Is a very good game for Lorient to follow this positive streak. Strasbourg is not in his best form. They lose in Lens, but we see a dynamic team able to score against every team. It's one of the best or the best team with the both team to score in the Ligue 1, if I'm not wrong. Strasbourg, Lorient start again. Lorient improved in the defensive phase, but Lorient from the beginning of the season was able to score against the biggest team. For that reason, I choose the both team to score odds 1.91.
You are not wrong, Alain. Strasbourg is the best team. 67% of the games ended in both teams to score. Lorient is the fifth best team in both teams to score with 57% of the games. So the odds are very high. As you said, this is a very good option considering the stats. Next game is Monaco-Toulouse. Great win for Monaco in Nice. Now they are third in the standings. Zakaria scored a brace in that game, so it was a good reaction after the disappointment in the Coupe de France against Rouen. But they also need to win games at home. It's only 1 point in the last 3 home games, I guess, playing against Toulouse, a team that is playing also in Europe, is a good option for finally a victory at home at the Ligue for Monaco.
Yes, Monaco. The problem is a team without a stability with the results, because it's a team able to win against Paris Saint-Germain, but is a team able to lose against the bottom teams in the Ligue 1. Toulouse is a difficult season for Toulouse. It's true that there will be they'll be back to the European Championship, but that one, I think, in Ligue 1 affect the team. Toulouse from the beginning of the season found difficulties to win game in Ligue 1. They won both teams against Metz and they won against Reims. Except that, Toulouse doesn't win in Ligue 1, and that game arrived in a bad moment for the Violet team. Is only 1 point up to the playout position, and they must start to change that the point average, because if they follow with that point average, and especially the feeling when we see the management of the game in Toulouse, I should be not surprised if Toulouse change the manager in the next weeks, because there need something change in the team. Monaco in Nice made probably one of the most brilliant game since Ali Uter is in the bench in Monaco. Monaco still in European Championship spot is the goal of the season. Be back to the Champions League. For this game, I checked the corners. The corner statistic, and I found an odds interesting. Who the over 9.5 corner odds 1.80.
Checking the stats in Oddspedia, Monaco is the second best team in corners, in over 9.5 corners, only after PSG, with 62% of the games with total corners over 9.5 goals. We have all these amazing stats, Alain, in Oddspedia, so it's a good option to check it out, of course, and bet on these good stats. Next game, Montpellier, Metz. As I said at the beginning, Metz gave us a big surprise, grabbing a point from the Velodrome. They were coming from 7 consecutive defeats, so we didn't expect that point, whereas Montpellier, they need the victory, same points as the relegation spots, 3 consecutive defeats, including the Coupe de France. In the last 12 games, they've only beaten Metz.
Yeah, maybe it's a signal. Maybe it's a signal warning, because last week I be wrong. I was be wrong. to choose Marseille winning. But I advert, if you remember, Edu, Metz made more points away than at home. That one is the risk, because if you check the value about both teams, I think the difference is not only 2 points in the table. Montpellier at the beginning of the season, remember, scored a lot. The game was really funny. They lose that powder. They lose that powder, and they lose the management of the game, because Montpellier a lot of game score first, and after they doesn't be able to manage the results. Now is a delicate game for both team, and for a delicate game, I choose a risky odds, because I think it should be a pass to Metz doesn't lose in Montpellier. Double opportunity, X2 odds 2.08.
For sure, it's not a good option to back Montpellier in this game. They are in a terrible form, and 1.8 is very, very low. For instance, in the next game, Rennes, Clermont, we have also low odds for Rennes, but we expect them to win. It's 1.5. They play at Rawson Park. They are in a really, really good form, 5 consecutive wins in Ligue 1. Now they are looking for a top 4, top 6 finish this season. They are only 6 points away from the Champions League spots, but it's true that this game, Alain, comes in the middle of the tie with Milan in the Europa League.
Yes, Montpellier, Rennes is the only team in Ligue 1 won the last 5 games. And the feeling is very good, because first they start to win away. They won in Lyon, they won in Le Havre. The team show finally character, because we saw in Coupe de France against Marseille, that one we saw that in Le Havre too. They're known to manage their increased aggressivity, and that one was one of the key for Julien Stéphan when he's back to the bench in Rennes. Now, after the talent, this team has have a lot of talent. Was not in his position in the table, and right now is only 4 points to the European spot. And for Clermont improved a little. Clermont in the last 5 games, they catch 5 points. It's difficult to predict the game about Clermont, because there doesn't have, I think, continuity. We saw some very good things and really bad things, especially in Lille, especially at home against Strasbourg in Coupe de France. But after against Brest and against Strasbourg at home, they do really well, very well game. Now, Clermont is one of the worst team when they played away. Only Marseille and Lorient made less points about the Clermont. For this game, I choose the goals. I choose the goals over 2.75 goals, odds 2.01.
Let's see this interesting tie also. Milan, they had a really bad start of the season, but they are right now in the best moment, even ahead of Olympique Marseille in the standings. Next game is Reims. Lens, another team that started the season really poorly because they had to play in the Champions League. They were depleted in summer, but right now they are only 2 points away from the Champions League spots. Another team, French team, involved in these Europa League playoffs, in this case against Freiburg. But winning games, Alain, 3 consecutive wins in Ligue 1, even winning away, that Lens always suffer away, beat Nantes and Toulouse in the last 2 games, and Reims, they are in bad form. That's why the odds for Lens are quite high, 2.8 for them to win.
Yes. What happened in Reims? What happened in Reims in the last after the game in Coupe de France, when they go out against Sochaux, team of 3rd division in France? they catch only 1 point in 3 games, but especially against Lorient, Toulouse, and Nantes. 3 teams fight against relegation. Is curious because Lens play against Nantes and against Toulouse in the last 3 games, and they won both games. And I think we can understand the difference between both teams. I think in Reims, with still, I don't know the atmosphere, the relationship between Steele and the vestry, but something is broke in Reims, because it's not possible to win a brilliant game in Reims and after go out against a third division team and only 1 point against 3 teams fighting against relegation. Lens is not the team about last season, but they're near to this level, and has worked really, really well. I think it's really favorite for this game, Lens. The odds are really interesting, but I will be risk only the victory of Lens. I choose Lens winning, draw, no bet, odds 1.92.
Let's see also how Lens are affected by the Europa League game against Freiburg. In my opinion, favorite also to go through in that tie against the German team. And the last game in this match day is Brest, Olympique Marseille. Brest 4th in the standings, still in Champions League spots, but they are going down. It's 3 consecutive draws. Last one unexpected against Clermont, whereas for Olympique Marseille, Alain, the crisis is still there. Winless in the last 5 Ligue games, also out of the Coupe de France, also have to play Europa League. Tough game this for Olympique Marseille.
Yes, Brest is true, they draw 3 games consecutive, but their draw against Paris Saint-Germain in Paris, with the occasion to win the game. Against Nice is third in the table, sorry, and against Clermont, where they play with 10 players. And I think now we must to put the context against Brest. Brest still a brilliant team, a team with a clear idea of football. When do you play with that positivity? When do you deserve to draw a game, you won the game. When you deserve to lose the game, you catch a draw. And that one is the element of Brest right now. Marseille must react. Marseille from the beginning of 2024, the results are really poor, but Marseille is still really near to the European spot, because the table is really short, and Marseille must to send a message to his fans, to himself, to change that dynamic. Is urgently must to change the thing. When I catch the statistic about the corner, I check like Marseille and Brest. When we sum the average of corner between both teams, we arrive to more than 10 corners in a game, and the odds for the over 9.5 corners is really high, in my opinion. I choose that odds 2.10.
All right, Alain Valnegri, this is it for this weekend in French football. To finish the video, as always, tell me your safe bet.
My safe bet is Rennes, Clermont, Ferrand over 1.5 goals, odds 1.25.
And the ACCA?
The ACCA for this week: Olympique Nice 1x no bets, Rennes Clermont over 2.75 goals, Monaco Toulouse over 9.5 corner, and Reims Lens 2 draw no bet for a total 12.85.
Grazie, thank you, merci beaucoup, Alain Valnegri. See you next week.
Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.